Alright, hello everyone. My name is Emily Hamilton, and the vitamin I chose to talk about was vitamin D, and then the type of animal I chose were cows, mostly because I love cows with all my heart. I want to own a cow, so a lot of the animals I will choose will be cows. Alright, so vitamin D deficiency. It's not very common on cows because most cows aren't really kept inside for long periods of time, like at least. So it is depleted if no sunlight in 6 to 8 months. So if they're literally just like no exposure to sun in 6 to 8 months, they can get vitamin D deficiency. It can cause congestive heart failure and bone disorders such as osteomalacia. And then if they do get this, they may exhibit, I think it's pica, basically when they start eating things they're not really supposed to. It has no nutritional value. They just start like craving weird, like unedible objects, basically. And then they may not have energy or strength to do normal tasks. So their bones aren't very strong. Their body just kind of isn't as strong and healthy as it's supposed to, essentially. And then I did find this really sad picture, but I thought it was pretty like accurate because the cow isn't in sunlight. I don't believe it is. It looks like it's inside. You can definitely tell like the cow isn't in good health. He looks weak. He looks like he's not getting what he's supposed to be getting in terms of like vitamins or minerals. So how do cows get vitamin D? How do they get it? Where do they get it? Vitamin D can be, retrieved from sunlight. I'm sure everyone knows this. Sunlight is how you get vitamin D. They also can get, or do get, sunlight from sun-cured forage. So I've never heard of this before. I know what it is. I just never heard of this term before. So sun-cured forages, an example is sun-cured alfalfa. It's just like the exposed portion of the plant that is exposed to the sun, which a lot of cows get because they, kind of like graze in grass and all this stuff that is exposed to sunlight every single day. So most cows should be getting a sufficient amount of vitamin D because they should be, grazing out in the sunlight, eating sun-cured forage, and there should be no issue unless something weird is going on and they're not really getting sun-cured forage, which would be very abnormal, and they're just being kept inside for long periods of time. I've never heard of a cow that has been inside for 6 months. So it's very abnormal, but again, like it exists, it happens. You saw the picture in the other slide. And then some places supply more sunlight than others. For example, in Oregon, that's not going to get as much sunlight than like Las Vegas where I live. There's sunlight just almost 24/7. Like there's a lot of sunlight. We don't get very much rain. Even during the winter, like you still get sun. There is like a small period in the winter where it's rainy, it's gloomy, but for the most part here we get lots of sunlight, just like California. I used to live there as well. Lots of sunlight, as opposed to like Washington or Oregon that do get sunlight. It's just, not as much compared to other places. And then how to prevent vitamin D deficiency in cows. Very easy. Just allow cows access to sunlight every single day. It's not healthy or ethical to keep cows locked up inside. Even if they have lots of room, it's just not a very good environment for them because they're not meant to be locked up. They're meant to be out grazing and sunbathing. So never keep cows inside at all times. What I meant by this, now that I read it, it sounds a little off, but never keep cows inside like all the time. That's their home. They never go out. Simple way to just prevent vitamin D deficiency is, letting them into the sun. And then give cows enough sun-cured forage. So again, letting cows graze, eat what they're supposed to be eating, live their happy cow life, essentially. So yeah, like a lot of, at least from my knowledge, I don't know exactly what goes on in certain farms. So I'm pretty sure there are some farms that don't take great care of their cows, and I know there's farms that take amazing care of their cows. So I think if they just provided the basic needs of these cows, such as sunlight and sun-cured forage, no issues. The cow will be healthy in terms of not being vitamin D deficient. Doesn't mean they won't get other illnesses, but yeah. And then this is my source where I got a lot of information. I do know a lot about cows because I love cows, like I said. I love doing these types of like discussions, because every time we get to pick a certain like animal, I get so excited. I'm like, okay, now I wanna pick a cow to learn more about cows. But that was my little presentation. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any recommendations, anything I got wrong, please feel free to comment. Have a great day.